what is your eye okay? What happened to your eye? I noticed there's a bruise there.
Well, it wasn't. I wasn't anywhere near France, so. Yeah, no, I just wasn't around with little X, and I said, "Go ahead, punch me in the face," and he did. Turns out, even a 5-year-old punching you in the face actually. I didn't really feel much at the time, and then I guess it bruises up.
5-year-old can't do that.
Now, it's hard to believe that Stephen Miller cannot is not man enough to fulfill his wife. Is that what the rumor is? It was a throuple, or that she left him for Elon? I can't keep track.
They're both rumors.
Both of that.
Both of them rumors. Okay. And I'm not here to kink shame. I'm not here to kink shame.
No, but I do believe Stephen Miller is who he is because his arms are too skinny to strangle prostitutes, as someone said last week. I think that's the whole reason we're here. If you had taken him to the gym, like if someone had bought Hitler's paintings, if you had taken Stephen Miller to the gym with you, Chris, if I would have gone falconing with Bobby Kennedy, all of this could have been avoided.
I only go to gyms north of Montana in Santa Monica.
I like the throuple rumor because that kind of makes them a polycule. Happy Pride Month!
Happy Pride Month!
Happy Pride Month, everyone!
Yes.
Oh, you know these guys weren't playing together. This was Bella. You have to get technical. This was MFM, not MMF.
Is that the Q or the plus part of LGBTQ plus?
The plus.
Is it the plus? Okay.
They're valid too.
They're more the asterisk, right? They're more the asterisk.
What does the plus stand for? I don't even know.
The plus stands for all the crap we haven't thought of yet.
Right.
Okay.
That's
All right.
All the perversions we haven't conceived of yet.
Mine would be a minus because I have no life of any kind.
That plus is for build-ons to make it a double
I am
life.
LGBTQ minus. Minus a life.
But you're the L, which comes first in all of that. So congratulations.
Am I, though? If there's no one to practice it
I
with?
just want to say, if the throuple story is true, I mean, can you imagine having lower standards as a woman? Like, I owe an apology to Don Jr.'s ex, who's now with Tiger Woods. I'm sorry. Someone said going from Stephen Miller, like she might be the first person where joining Elon's harem is a step up.
And meanwhile, the media, as usual, Pearl says now that Elon Musk is quote-unquote leaving, suddenly the New York Times has the courage to post that Elon is a piss-covered ketamine addict who weirds out everyone who comes into contact with him. How convenient that all these campaign stories didn't come out until long after the campaign ended.
No, but that's the wrong take. The wrong take is not that the New York Times is slow. The take is the Trump White House leaked this information to come out on Friday, the same day they had the Oval Office press conference together. Trump's White House leaked all of this to humiliate Musk on the way out.
Right, and this is, God, with Peter Ducey. Hang on.
There is a New York Times report today that accuses you of blurring the line between...
Is the New York Times, is that the same publication that got a Pulitzer Prize? I think the judge just ruled against the New York Times for their lies about the Russiagate hoax. And that they might have to give back that Pulitzer Prize. That New York Times,
this is all deflection. You're listening to him deflecting so he doesn't have to give an answer to the question.
The case is, they just ruled they can go on while Trump is
Ask
in office.
any right-winger what thing about Russian interference in the 2016 election was proven to be false. What specific thing a Democrat said? Name the Democrat who made a claim that was later proven to be false.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting.
Read the Republican-led Senate Intelligence Report.
Read the Mueller report. I wish the Democrats would. You got 10 counts of
I'm sorry,
obstruction. You're doing nothing with it.
Republican Bob Mueller as well. Yeah, and Trump, wasn't it, hang on, Chris, help me out here. When was drug addiction? Oh, it was Hunter Biden. Wasn't it a big deal? It was a big deal.
A huge deal.
Yeah.
Massive deal.
Trump shrugged off the bombshell New York Times report stating the Elon Musk, what do you call it? Ketamine and a bunch of other, mixes it with a bunch of other drugs. This is
a lot of other drugs. Including some of the good ones.
Cassie Hunt. Yeah.
Did you ever witness Elon Musk under the influence of drugs?
Not even close, no.
Never?
No.
Not once?
Not even once. No, not in a million years. And I could just say that he is a person who's so filled with joy that it's just a natural way that
I'm filled with joy with enough drugs.
He's just been absolutely a blast to work with. And, of course, there's no sign whatsoever.
Not one person on Earth has ever said that Elon Musk is a blast to work with.
So filled with joy, Steph.
Yes,
so filled
no
with
one's
joy.
ever used that
like
word.
any completely sober person, he's filled with joy.
Here's the last essential command: do not believe your eyes and ears. We can see him tweaked out of his mind and like in a K-hole looking around. I mean, it's oh my God.
But that's the thing. When Trump leaves, Trump's going to take all the blame for Trump, and all of his willing accomplices will stay in power, just like they all stayed in power when Bush and Cheney left. All the evil monkeys who prop up these regimes never pay the price for the crimes they helped commit.
I'm telling you, reporter, were you aware of Elon Musk's regular drug use? Trump, no, I wasn't. I think he's fantastic. I think Elon's a fantastic guy. Are you troubled by these reports? I'm not troubled by anything with Elon. I think he's fantastic. Isn't it his vocabulary that we're going to miss the most?
Read the piece. Unnamed White House sources. Unnamed White House sources.
Did a great job. And, Doge continues. By the time it's finished, we'll have numbers that'll knock your socks off like no one's ever seen before. It's going to be, he did a fantastic job. There he goes. Back to that word for the 8th time. Yes. And he didn't need it. He didn't need to do it. Yes, he did, because he was robbing us blind.
Right.
That's what he mean. He didn't need to do it.
Yeah.
That's why CBS capitulated in this lawsuit with Trump, because they wanted to have a merger, and he filed the lawsuit so they could legally give him a bribe. That's why Jeff Bezos is making a $30 million movie about Melania Trump, because Joe Biden's Department of Justice went after Amazon for monopolizing the business, and Trump's going to let him off. It's all bribery. It's happening in front of our faces, and they talk about gossip, so we'll focus on that.
And the hypocrisy. Chris says, crazy how Hunter Biden was a private citizen going through addiction, and it was nonstop attacks on him and his family. But when the most powerful person in the federal government is just high on ketamine and Adderall all the time, it's complete silence because you believe in nothing. I mean, not to mention letting a person like that have our data is okay.
They're angry that the president's sons are using his name to make business deals while Don Jr. and Eric are oiling their way across Europe and Asia?
One last one. Trump spent $200 billion more than Biden in his first 100 days, comparing last year to this year. How is that for government efficiency going, MAGA? I mean, it's all such crap, you know?
All crap.
And, this is why I love how Jasmine Crockett calls it out, right?
Hallelujah is what I got to say. Is it Sunday? Let us all give thanks to the good Lord above. Listen, let me tell you something. He is gone, but the Musk is still going to linger in the air. There are so many people that have been impacted by these ridiculous and not thought out cuts. And it's not just the federal workers. It's those constituents of ours, our citizens, that are being impacted the hardest by these cuts.
Yep. One more. Jasmine Crockett.
Listen, I think that unfortunately we're going to have to wait until the Democrats are in the majority, which will hopefully be in the midterms. And then we can absolutely bring Elon Musk in, and we can have him under oath, and we can have him tell us about everything that he did.
That's the winning Democratic message right there.
Yep. Kate in Milwaukee, you're on with John Fugelsang.
Good morning. First of all, I just have to shout out to Dan, because Dan actually reached out to us because, my husband had his kidney transplant at the Chicago, and he reached out and just was really a very positive helper and just very kind and reach out if you have any questions and so shout out to Dan.
So nice.
Secondly, I have to channel my inner Jill, because I don't feel like being nice, and you guys know me, and I think I'm a fairly nice person.
You are.
Yeah.
But it's I hear about these things going on, with the tornadoes and all this stuff, and all these people all of a sudden are like, oh no, I didn't think it was going to happen to me. And I'm kind of like, FAFO. I didn't used to be that person. I used to be the person that was like, I want everybody to succeed and everybody to rejoice. But honestly, these people are trying to take away rights of my friends, my families,
and Kate,
people that I love.
Kate, trust me, I'm want to be more like Jill, but this one, that we have a president of the United States who said, if you feel sorry for him, I don't feel so sorry because he's vicious. I don't really feel sorry for him, about Joe Biden's cancer. How do you...
But Steffi, if Donald Trump had said something sensitive and kind, it would have ruined our day.
Yeah.
If he had said something that actually made him seem like a good adult, a good person, it would have taken away our credibility.
Yeah.
He has to be horrible.
There's a new low every day, right, Kate? I mean, every day.
But you can't let it get to you.
Absolutely. Can we also stop talking about the throuple with Stephen Miller and Elon? Because I honestly, I need to diet, but I don't want to come.
That's not a good diet.
It's gross.
Yeah.
And by the way,
either of them naked.
All day.
Yeah.
Ladies, you should not give pleasure to any man who supports this regime, much less two.
I mean, Elon Musk. If I saw that on the beach, and
he's a schmoo.
Yeah, I would just run so the entrails didn't, get on me when it blew up.
Oh, I'm
is that a beluga? I wouldn't even push it back in the water.
I thought I was
let
pasty.
alone. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
I thought I was pasty. Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
He's clear.
Ooh, next to Elon, I pass for Haitian.
Snort. Okay. Oh, by the way, pardon me, I didn't mean to do that. A fart is next to fun facts. What? You know how that happens.
Yeah.
Just some fun facts on this entire party. This year, Republicans introduced bills too, so it's not like they're not working for you.
Okay.
Carve Trump into Mount Rushmore, make Trump's birthday a national holiday, put Trump on the $100 bill, rename Dulles Airport to Donald J. Trump International Airport, rebrand DC's Metro WMATA as WMAGA.
Oh, these toadies.
People can't afford groceries, and these are their priorities. Yes,
I think John Foster Dulles would like a word with.
If they were fighting for the less fortunate, we'd have less credibility because then they'd be good people.